Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Whatchamacallit.
Yeah,
Whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Yeah. How you doing,
Whatchamacallit.
bro?
Good, man. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm good.
How is the world that you're living in right now?
Yeah, it's pretty monotonous, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But you gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
man's got to do
know.
what a man's got to do, right?
Yeah.
Get the bread. Get the bread.
So, but
Okay.
how's it going?
Yeah, it's all good. The piercing cold that we have here. You know, this morning I just stepped out because I had to get something out of the car, the car that's parked outside on the driveway, and I felt like, so I didn't wear gloves because I was like, I'm just gonna step out for a second.
Being macho, Avi.
Like, bro, like I wore my puffer and then I just stepped out. I was like
You went out in your tank top.
For 3 minutes. Yeah, I was just wearing a t-shirt inside. For 3 minutes, I'm just going to step out and I am just going to grab something. Like, it's going to take, like, how hard could it be?
Yeah.
Right?
What was the temperature?
And then it was like minus 25, something like that.
Right. Yeah.
And
what can 3 minutes do?
And by the way, I had showered. So my hair was slightly wet. Obviously, I dried it, but then I didn't dry with the dryer.
Yeah.
So I stepped out. I was getting something out of the car, and then I saw the door was open, and I opened the glove compartment. And I was trying to dig for something, and then I was like, "Oh my god, I can't feel my freaking fingers anymore!" So I just shut the door and came back inside. And when I did, the hair on my back, I could feel them. I could feel them frozen.
What is that feeling? If you don't mind telling people who
I don't think
actually
you can describe that feeling. I don't think it's okay. So you
just had to be there.
You just you just had to be that. You know, I will tell you this. Over the weekend, you know, we've seen this trend actually for a very long time. I've been here for a very, very long time, and I've seen this trend. I think first in 2013. We were fairly new at the time. That what people do is they boil water. Okay, they'll go outside in this cold weather, and then they'll
throw the boiled water.
Throw the boiling water in air, and it instantly turns into snow. And then we were like, in the beginning, I thought, like, whatever, man, like, it's gonna be true, like, whatever. And then,
you did it.
Some people were debunking it. They were saying, oh, this is bullshit. And I was like, yeah, it's probably bullshit. But then this winter was so cold, I was adamant that, you know, I want to try it. And we did try it. And it's not bullshit. I can send you the video. It literally instantly, in mid-air, turns into snow.
I don't know if you can, but if you can, try to include it in this video, like a clip.
Yes, you know what? I will try to do that. Yeah. That will be
done.
That will be
let's
really,
move on
really
to
cool.
the more important things.
Yes, there are more
like
important
football.
things in life than just weather. Yes.
Like football.
Like football. Like yesterday, what a Champions League finale.
Yeah.
You know, like let's take a minute and just appreciate where credit is due. A lot of people at this, 2 years ago when this new format was introduced, they were like, man, like, I don't know, like, oh, this is just for the revenue. And like, I mean, yes, all those comments are true. But how much interest is now like towards every single game? And not just that, on the final game week, Madrid went from number 3 to number 9.
Yeah.
And there's so many teams that missed out. Some really big players in Napoli, Marseille, missed out on the Champions League as well. They're knocked out. And there are a lot of teams that are in the mix still for the knockout stages. So like it's all to play for. Every game matters, and like a team like Tottenham is sitting at like 4th right now, and the only reason they're sitting in 4th is because they've played teams that probably are comparable to them. And now this is where the real test starts, right? The real test of the knockout phases. So I mean, I'm all for it, man. I think I'm sold with you. After 2 years.
I think no one thought that the last game week could produce such a thrilling day.
Oh yeah.
I think no one thought that. And because I think due to most of the teams being inconsistent, the last day came out the way it was. But yeah, very, very exciting. You know, congratulations to all the teams that did qualify, be it round of 16 or the playoffs.
Thank you.
You're welcome, yaar. Yeah.
Bro, did you watch Manchester United yesterday?
No, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I did actually. I did. I watch them every time I sleep in my dreams.
Because it's a theater of dreams. That's a
Out
plug
of
for theater of dreams.
the round of
That's when you see it
16,
when you're sleeping. That's the only dream.
no problem, bro, no problem.
Oh my God.
It's your time now. You
Are
can.
you holding it, all of it? Are you holding it like I was holding it all these years and then just gonna like rip it? Even though like I can't rip it because you guys are not
No, you
like
can. You can
here in
try.
front of
You can
me. It's
try.
different when it's not the same
Yeah.
when you're on the phone, man. I miss you,
No,
so
I do.
it's different.
No,
Like, I wanna be nice to you. But when
I'll
we're in
change that
front of each
opinion.
other,
Don't
then
worry.
it's like
I'll change
all
that
bets are off.
opinion. I'll change that opinion later. But what I just realized looking at the table is that out of the 8 teams that have qualified for round of 16 directly, 5 of them are English teams, which does wonders for the English coefficient
Efficient.
as well.
Yeah, I think I was reading it yesterday, and we did post this on our Instagram, by the way, for all of those people who are following us, that England lead the coefficient points at 20.69. Number 2 is Italy, and number 3 is La Liga. So it's interesting to hear. Actually, Italy is sitting at number 2. I didn't think they would
Yeah.
make the cut.
Yeah, that's surprising. That surprised me as well.
Mm.
And not only are 5 teams in the round of 16, we've also got Newcastle in playoffs. So there are still 6 teams alive in Champions League, which is great look for the
That's crazy.
English
That's
Premier
crazy.
League.
6 teams. Goodness gracious.
6 teams.
And
Yeah.
next year we're gonna have one less team in the Champions League.
Why is that?
Well, because I mean, who's there in Europa who can win it?
I think Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
or Aston Villa. Aston Villa.
Potentially.
Do you think?
I mean, like what are some of the other teams that are in the quarterfinals? I think we'll probably find out end of day today or tomorrow. And then
the games have just ended for the Europa League, I guess.
Have they really? Let me
I think
just quickly
No,
take
sorry.
a sneak peek.
No, not all of them have finished. A few of them have. I don't know what I'm seeing right now. No, I think I'm wrong. Or am I? Yeah, this is Europa League.
Yeah, it looks like it's all done now. Lyon has
Yeah, is it?
topped French league. Aston Villa sitting at second with 21 points. Both of them are actually on the same. Midtjylland, that's the team that Martin Odegaard came from.
That's a Danish team, right?
It's a Danish team. And then Real Betis is in there. Porto, Braga, Freiburg, Roma. They have qualified for the knockout stages. Obviously, there's a lot of other big. Nottingham Forest is in the playoffs.
Yes.
Good old Forest.
Indeed, yeah. Wait a minute. Crystal Palace is in conference then. I was wrong.
I always thought if Forest was ever to come back to the Premier League, they would easily be my second favorite team, just because of the affinity. But no, they're not. I don't really fancy Forest all that much.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
I don't think they've done themselves a favor by the brand of football they play. They're not very exciting to watch, anyways.
Well, under Nuno, at times they were, to be honest, but they lost a lot of good players too, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, I understand.
And I mean, to be honest, in all fairness to them, they keep changing managers. That Greek owner of theirs, he's
they were doing
quite
so
the
well
character.
under Nuno, and then he had a fallout with him, and then things just went.
What a crackhead, honestly. Like, what did you expect? Forest to get into the Champions League in the first season? Come on, man. He's making you a good base.
I'll just be devil's advocate, and I'll just speak from his point of view. But then, the kind of investment they've done, I think he wanted better results. I think that's what it is. Because I remember the first season that they came into the Premier League, they had they had changed their whole playing 11.
Yes,
even
they did.
Subs. They had signed so many players, and people were actually second guessing Forest, saying that it'll be difficult for them to have so many new players gel together, which is understandable as well.
I remember that.
But they did stay up and they did pretty well as well. So I think the kind of investment that the owner has done, certain clubs are upset with the owners for the lack of investment, but I don't think Nottingham Forest fans can do that because the owner has always been there. So
no, he has.
So I guess I understand. I understand where that guy's coming from.
Yeah, I mean, how can the owner not know? Being a football guy, football's a team game. You need to give the team time to gel, and once they gel, then you need to reinvest. Because then you find out the areas that
how
we're not investing.
Billionaires are. How the
they need quick returns and everything.
Yes,
I guess that's probably how it works.
Exactly.
But you know what's crazy for me is one of the. So okay, tell me this: in this Champions League season, who was the surprise package for you?
In the Champions League, League of the Champion, I think Karabakh was very surprising for me because they They won against some bigger clubs.
Did.
And considering their minnows. Also, I think surprised me in a negative way is PSG because they haven't done as well as I thought
but
they would.
They were the same last year, bro. Remember, they only barely qualified.
Probably. No, but having seen them play last year and the year before, the kind of football, the brand of the players that they have, I expected them to do a lot better than they have. Arsenal has been surprise package for me. Arsenal have won all their games. Kudos to that team. They've won all their games, and so they can only beat whatever is thrown against them, and they've managed to do that. They've not drawn. They've won all their games, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's that. Those would be my picks for. I thought Napoli could have done better.
Napoli could have. Yeah, I mean they got a good coach as well, man.
Yeah,
they definitely could have. I thought Marseille could have done better.
Yeah, agreed.
I was very disappointed in that. I thought it's a bit harsh
now
to
that we talk of
Frankfurt.
Marseille, now we talk of Marseille. I just wanna give a shout out to Jose Mourinho over here for what he did with Benfica yesterday.
No. Before we get there, because that needs a appreciation all by itself, I think.
Yeah.
I wanted to appreciate Bodo.
Bodo, yeah. Oh yes, Bodo was on some run. Bodo,
did you see that game against City?
They had probably taken some personal offense against some of these clubs.
Honestly, they were amazing against City. They defeated City, Grinnerin. They won against Dortmund. Well, they drew against Dortmund at Dortmund. So it's not like it's away. They won, bro. They won against Diego Simeone at Atletico.
Wow.
For me, they've been the standout surprise package.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, now that you mention it, yeah, definitely.
So you want to hear the punchline? Bodo, they come from, what league do they come from? Somewhere in Northern Europe, right? Norway. They're a Norwegian team. Yes, they're the team that Erling Haaland came from. So their season, like their local season, is currently on hold. So like the only games,
because the winters, obviously it gets really cold over there.
I think 2 months they don't play football. There's no football. So
that plays into their.
Exactly. That's why I think they're able to perform at the levels that they're performing, because, and then obviously any team that goes back to play them, they have to play in like -10 or -15, or
which is difficult for most of them, which would be difficult for.
I mean, the Spanish teams are not going to survive there. That's for sure. The Southern European countries.
But anyway, but then that can't be the.
Yeah, I mean, they have to play good football too, of course.
Led to them being.
I can't take that credit away from them. But I mean, I thought that was a really good one. And another thing you mentioned about PSG. Every time I watch PSG, bro, like you cannot help but appreciate Zaire Emery and Vitinho.
Oh, they were a treat.
Oh,
Warren Zaire Emery and they're a treat,
bro.
To watch, really. The way they move.
Oh my God, it is.
They don't stay in one place, bro. They're like Energizer bunnies. They're Energizer bunnies. Bro,
they turn 360 like a dynamic sports camera. That's the only analogy that I can think of.
No, they're brilliant. They're brilliant. I'm happy for Vitinha. I mean, to go from Wolves to PSG, I mean, kudos to the people who at PSG who spotted then felt that they could take it on him.
Exactly.
So yeah, and all accolades to Vitinha as well, to grabbing that chance by both hands and establishing himself as one of the TE group.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah. Who's the other? He plays for. Sorry, I had Vitinha in my mind. Who's the other midfielder who's from Portugal?
João Gomes.
Yes, João Neves. Yeah. Oh, again, like he fits that same mold. So Adeel, imagine this, okay? And when I explain this to you in the way that I'm going to explain it to you, I think the favorite for the World Cup is going to become very, very obvious.
Portugal is one of the.
Exactly. Like imagine Bruno Fernandes right in front of these two midfielders.
I'll tell you.
Let me finish. There's an emotion coming out of me right now that I want to relay this information to our 38 subscribers who. So you have Bruno Fernandes right in front of them. You have Nuno Mendes, and who's the right back?
I don't know. I thought you had all.
Yeah, so really good one.
I think I think
And Cello, baby. Saudi. And then, some defenders. I can't remember the
I
names.
think Barca was interested in getting him this
Oh, were they really?
on a loan or something.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going
That's
to
what I
want
read.
to
Anyways,
leave
go
the
on.
Saudi money.
Go on.
And then you have Ronaldo to
No, on loan.
yeah, I mean, still, that's a good idea, actually,
Yeah.
for
Anyways,
João
you were saying-
Cancelo. And then Ronaldo to top everything up, and then they're playing potentially for Diogo Jota. So it's like that perfect story, that you are creating for a country. And then there's an added element of Portugal never having won the World Cup with Ronaldo and his legacy, because this has to be his last World Cup. I mean, if he doesn't stop playing after this,
Yeah. That's asking too much of him,
Yeah.
and I think he should as well.
so
But yeah, no. Portugal is definitely one of the favorites, and
I think so.
Portugal's the only thing that has brought Portugal down in recent, and I think 3-4 international editions, Portugal has been a team. The only thing they lack is the unity at times, and I think they're very hot-blooded. So I think they lose their heads in certain games rather than just keeping a cool head, surviving the game or operating according to the. I think that's been their folly, but they have always had amazing players, at least for the past 3-4 editions of which includes Euro. Interview with Cafu, and Cafu said that Portugal is actually the favorite to lift the World Cup, considering the play. Uh, once they unity and the purpose,
the fluidity,
actually, no, not the fluidity. It's like once they find
they have
why they want,
bro. Like, come on, like they have all the purpose in the world to win.
Let me complete. I'm talking. So they said it's like when in Brazil 2002, when Brazil won the World Cup, he was like, we want to win the World Cup for Ronaldo and Rivaldo, and that was their whole focus, that we want to win the World Cup for these guys, and they went. And I think he's underplaying. They had an amazing team.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
So what he's saying is that all Portuguese players are able to establish and work towards one goal, that we want to win the World Cup for this purpose. I think nothing can stop them, and that's what Cafu said. Cafu said that, and I agree with.
I think the thing is, I don't see. I don't see any big egos in the team apart from Ronaldo. I don't think I'll look in that squad and say, "Oh yeah, like he's not going to pass the ball."
I don't want to talk about egos, and I think when it comes, I don't think that really comes inside it. They just want.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
Yeah. So and the way Ronaldo is so passionate about.
Yeah.
I think he would keep side. And good luck to them. Good luck to them.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, they are definitely one of the.
And if they do end up winning the World Cup, then what an advert it's going to be for the Saudi League, because two of those players come from the Saudi League, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Ruben Neves. Are there? I don't know.
Cancelo.
And Ruben.
So 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely. So good advert. I think there is a one or there are. I think we'll have to look into that. But they're not just 2 or 3. There are more. I think they have a defensive midfielder or someone playing in. So I will not keep quiet at this time while you look.
Who was that defensive midfielder of Portugal? He was he had like a mustache.
Yeah, I know. I think William Carvalho.
What happened to him, man? Like he was like really highly rated at one point.
Yeah, he was. He was the first choice
exactly
in the Portuguese team. Yeah, he used to come with this porn star.
Male gigolo.
But yeah, and one more thing I want. One of the Portuguese club has actually qualified for the round of 16.
Yeah, good. And they came. Yeah. I think they came from. Yeah, who were they playing? I think they were playing Atletico. I think they were playing Atletico. 12 Portuguese players are playing in the Saudi Pro League, making Portugal one of the most represented foreign nations in the league. Wow.
João Felix is
playing there. Yeah. Wow. Actually, Saudi League has quite a lot of Portuguese players. That's kind of crazy if you think about it. Well, if ever there was an advert, if PIF wanted to hold on. Let me finish my shameless
Yeah, go
plug
on,
for
go on.
advertisement. If Saudi, if the PIF wanted to sponsor our podcast, we are absolutely open to negotiations, and
Yeah,
we
I don't, and I assure you, those will be very quick negotiations.
no. I'm very shrewd when it comes to negotiations. Yeah, no, I will shake your hand as soon as
Have
I
you
see
heard
you.
that? Have you heard that phrase? Beggars can't be choosers.
तू होगा beggar.
Neil, do you think Saudi club very well in last year's what's that? Club World Cup? I think they City, and there was one more win they had, one of the Saudi clubs. Yeah, so which goes out to show that they are up for it.
Yeah, they are.
The Saudi club.
Yeah, actually, that will be interesting.
I hope that what I would wish for Saudi League is that having all these international managed stuff. I hope this is on their local players and
I mean, that would be the hope.
develop their local players.
I'm pretty.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would have. I don't know if.
And translates into international performance.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna happen in this World Cup because it's too soon.
Yeah. No, I agree. But I think even if it doesn't, if you see some signs and that trajectory is there for
right.
clubs then definitely why not? Why not?
I mean, I'm
like
sure.
how we know, like we've into the World Cup, we know what to expect. They have hardworking players, and set on their day, set game. So similarly, I would expect Saudi to have that. Considering the
I think they did
kind
though.
of play.
Even in last World Cup, they upset Argentina in the first game.
Yeah, but then they didn't really show much.
Yeah, because the mentality was there for them. That was their World Cup.
No, but then that has to.
Yeah,
so that's
what needs to change. Yeah,
what needs
the
to
mentality
change.
needs to change.
Yeah,
The hunger
definitely
to win the games needs to be there.
No, I'm sure the hunger. I don't think it's lack. If a player is playing at the World Cup and needs to be motivated, then I don't think that player should.
No, I disagree.
Playing for the World Cup,
I disagree.
And
I'll tell you why.
Should be enough.
I will tell you why. The hunger that an Argentinian player would have.
I disagree.
It's the hunger that the Argentinian would have.
Bro, World Cup. Bro, it's the World Cup we're talking about. Be it Argentinian,
relax.
Be it Senegalese player. Bro. Achha.
The hunger an Argentinian or an Uruguay or a Brazilian or a Colombian kid would have to play for the World Cup is not going to be the same hunger you will see respectfully from a player who's coming from Saudi or the United Arab Emirates or Qatar or any of these countries. Because they have grown in privilege. And these players, they eat, live, breathe football. They sleep with the freaking football, bro. So,
I understand what you're doing here, you bloody racist guy. Qualifying has nothing to do with privilege. It's based on merit. If you're a good team,
I agree.
Unless you're the host nation, I would understand. This edition is in US, and Saudi have being best among one of the best among the region to be able. I think I can't really explain it the way as a representing your nation in the World Cup, the that has given us so many memories that have we all leagues, and so you do, so and so do I and others. How watching experience in itself is different when Cup.
Of course,
it's something else. So imagine how it's so elevated. So imagine how elevated the playing. All I'm trying. I think playing in the World Cup should be a motivation. If your team is qualified, you're playing in the World Cup, for God's sake, that's like once in a lifetime to make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with money. It's just for
pure
passion, for pure love of the game.
It does for some players. I'm not saying I'm writing off the whole Saudi, Emirati, and Qatari contingent. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're more than likely to find a better success rate of hunger in some of the underprivileged countries as opposed to the privileged countries.
Could you explain success rate of hunger? What does that mean? Success.
Like how many kids would have the
hunger? Because that's success.
Yeah. So if you're no matter what you say or do, the more desperate you get, the more effort you're going to put
Bro,
in.
let's agree to disagree, because I can't see myself, like, if I was in a position, I get a chance to play. Bro, I'm just focused. I don't even want to talk to my family at the time. I don't want any drama. I just want to focus, and that's about it.
Yeah, but
So-
Adeel, like I'll give you an example from I think it was a French player. Okay, and this comparison can be made for some of the European countries as well, where some of the players come from privilege. Like I think Tony Pulis comes from privilege, like real privilege.
Bro, okay, go on.
No,
And then,
I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's freaking world class, and he's still.
no, he's not. Yeah.
Well, I think I heard this French player, and I think he was like a World Cup winner. I can't remember who it was. Say that once I finish football, I don't want anything to do with football. Actually, no, it was not Victor Valdez. He's not French. But I think his situation was different. He just wanted to completely disconnect from the world, and no one would know where he is, type of thing.
I'll tell you who recently I saw an interview. Not recent. It was an old interview recently. Eric Cantona is like that. He doesn't feel the passion for more.
Yeah, but it wasn't him. It wasn't him, though. It was somebody else.
No. What I'm trying is that, just like how you mentioned, he does come from privilege, but the talent and the passion. But you can have talent. You can have talent all day long. But for the passion, the way he played the game, the way he fought on the field for his team.
Bro, I'm saying Cruz is not a good example for my point. That's why I said there'll be players in the.
No, bro. One-off example is a different thing. I think most of the players, the way they give their all in the World Cup, I don't.
That's why I said rate of success of the hunger. You will see probably like 10 players who really desperately want, like they were not going to sleep, they're not going to breathe until they win the World Cup or play like their heart out. Versus in a team like that comes from privilege.
No, bro. I think you're mistaking expressiveness for lack of passion. Yeah, the South American players are very expressive. They emote a lot, but I don't think anyone who is an introvert has any less passion. I mean, if a person cannot emote that's a different story.
Okay, then explain to me this. The Saudi team, they basically annihilated Argentina in the first game. They outplayed Argentina, by the way. It wasn't a tuka. We saw that game, they outplayed Argentina. But then what happened in the second and the third game?
Bro, that's football for you. That's football. That's what happens.
Bro,
that's why we love football.
I know. I love it for the same reason, but I'm saying, for example, the same reason we want slot out. The performance wasn't there.
Let's agree to disagree, because I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna accept that.
Fair enough.
Because World Cup is too sacred for me.
Yeah.
For me, World Cup.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is for a lot of footballers. And no disrespect to any of the nations who are coming to play, football and representing their nations. I'm not saying anybody will want to play.
I think you're trying to get.
All I'm trying to say is, I guess our expectations, saboteur. I think our expectations sometimes when we see somebody representing us, I want, like, if there's a Qatar or there's a UAE or there's a Saudi that plays in the World Cup.
There you go. You've got.
I mean,
there's no harm.
I mean, the thing is, what disappoints me the most about Canada is they have the investments. And that's another good example, actually. They have the investment. They have the, I would say, relatively, grassroots system, a better grassroots system of football and all that kind of stuff. Like, there is a TFC right down from where I am, and I'm not in Toronto. I'm in a different city.
So it's
TFC is Toronto Football Club, like TFC.
Toronto Football.
Yeah, TFC, like TFC. Yeah,
I'm just asking. I'm not trying to make.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't hear you right.
Yeah, the same club that plays in the MLS. It is an academy. It's literally like a 5-minute drive from where I am. So I was thinking about sending my kid there, but he's still too small. So I guess what I'm trying to say is they have all of the investments, but why is the end product not there? Why don't they perform at the world stage? And I just think it's all about how much do you want it. If the other team wants it more than you do, right, then
at times, definitely.
Effort, why does United all of a sudden overnight become that much better playing for Michael Carrick. You saw the running stats. They wanted it more after Amarim left.
Yeah,
right?
no, I agree with you, and sometimes that's what wins you games in football. I mean, Greece is the prime example of they had a game plan. So probably no, that's not a good example. But at times when you see minnows beating giants, the giants basically overestimated themselves, underestimated the opposition. The opposition just wanted to point,
Yeah.
and and that's what I said. That's the beauty of football in it, that on a given day anyone can beat anyone. I mean, you cannot say that if Real Madrid plays 100 games with Nottingham Forest, Real Madrid is going to win all the.
Of course, you probably expect a percentage, but
there'll be draws,
yeah.
and there'll be So
that's the beauty of football.
That's why
I think the
love
reason
football,
why I feel this way, Adeel, is, and I think you'll agree with me when I say this, is
which way?
that way. I want it that way. I want it. I think what I was thinking is, like, when these countries represent, they're basically representing us, for the lack of, better term. They are actually because I mean, we're Middle Eastern. We grew up in the Middle East, and when we see those nations playing in the World Cup, you feel more connected to them than you would to any other country. And when you see them given those opportunities, you just feel like, oh my God, like if I was that guy, I would be like, until I'm dropping down, I would be doing this and that. And so sometimes I guess you just want it a bit more.
Bro, I think investment is not the only tool that can get, if it was that simple and straightforward, forward than everything it. I think investment is not.
No, I agree.
The only thing that can drive. I think there needs to be talent. And
I mean, I
was seeing his interview with Rio Ferdinand the other day, and hearing him, the things that he had gone through in order to be where he is. Mad respect to him. I think there is hunger element that comes, just not the different part. So I guess I see what your point.
So you agree with me?
Too far. I told you I've just gone too far to agree with you.
But छोड़ूंगा नहीं जब तक you agree with. Anyway, let's move on. I didn't think we would belabor on this topic for as long as we did, but the World Cup is coming, and we're all really excited. Sorry.
Yeah. We're very excited about it. When does it start though?
It's in June, as far as I know.
June to
11th June.
Can't wait, bro. Can't wait, really.
If you guys want to listen to the commentary, or let me put it this way. This podcast is brought to you by and the World Cup games that we're going to review today. This is how we would sound like if a potential.
Oh, okay. I thought something broke.
Sponsor
something
would come in, and we would.
I was actually about to call your brother and say, "Please, can you check on Omar? Something's wrong with him." Toot. I'm like, what happened?
No, I'm just trying to create a scenario in which a sponsor could.
Yeah.
Here, there.
For World Cup, I don't mind for World Cup because it's the World Cup. I don't mind us doing live streams for that.
And then get into trouble? Well, we need image rights to.
No, watch along. No.
Watch along. Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, that we could do.
Live stream what? So you mean you're not streaming the games? Are you crazy?
That would make us rich.
Yeah.
That would make us rich.
So Saudi VFI investment, if you're listening.
Yeah. I think we should
stream through us. All 38 of our followers.
I think we should keep calling out PIF until we get some investment from them. I mean, even if like their low-level person comes and sponsors us.
Don't say that. Not low level.
There is no level.
The low level is much higher. Yeah. And the saying is that let's get back to Champions League, and
what a cracking game.
I want to talk about Jose Mourinho and Real Madrid, because Mourinho is the superlative.
What a manager, bro! Did you actually watch the highlights? Did you see Mourinho?
Mourinho will always be relevant.
Yeah.
I think Mourinho will.
Yeah, that's true.
How much in Benfica before Mourinho became the
I mean,
Benfica
it's
manager.
pretty
I mean,
obvious.
even when and then he goes on and produces results like these, gets them through to the Champions League, which only Mourinho can do. You know, I think he coined the term "special one" rightly for himself. He's a special
He is
manager.
a special manager. Did you see him tell the goalkeeper to go up front?
No, actually,
He like, you should watch the highlights. Did you watch the highlights?
well, they didn't have. No, I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't.
Okay.
Well, at that point in time, they didn't have anything to lose, right? And they had
No,
all
they
to
did. They did. Well, I mean, technically they didn't. They were going to lose the game, obviously, at that. Like, they were leading 3-2. But according to Mourinho, I was reading his post-match comments, and they didn't know when they were winning at 3-2. And there was one man sent off that they needed an extra goal. They didn't know that at that point. But then towards the end of the game, when the second player got sent off, they found out that they need to win by 2 goals. And so he's like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to risk anything. We need to get that second goal. And so that's why he sent that guy up front.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The goalkeeper.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have.
What? Like, of all people in the box, the goalkeeper scores.
Yeah, the goalkeeper
That
gets
is-
it. Yeah, well, I see like a short clip, and the lead up to that goal, the goalkeeper running from his goal, and that guy's massive. Bro.
He's a.
Like when he was running past other players,
You could tell somebody's
like,
running.
No wonder he scored the
Yeah,
goal.
yeah. I
He's
guess.
tall.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have to jump.
No,
and
no,
connect
I know
and
that.
direct and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I know
Agreed.
the feeling from
I don't want
Alisson.
to take anything.
Like Alisson's goal against West Brom.
Yeah.
That was also a very special one for, obviously us Liverpool supporters, because we wouldn't have gone into the Champions League had he not scored that. And it was also in the final minutes of the game. Alisson had lost his father, and he was very emotional at the time. So he meant a
you
lot.
don't have to make it a sob story. Film Hindi.
Did you
every
watch
time. Just
Manu
pause to
yesterday,
that.
bro?
You have, bro. You'll use it so many times. It's gonna stay. It'll be just you on it.
It's never gonna
Yeah,
be stale,
yeah,
bro.
It is.
It's always gonna be ripe.
What else did
Ripe
we have to
with
talk
the
about? This guy, name Jorgen Lars.
Yeah. What about him?
I hope I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's moved.
Has he
He's
really?
completed a move to.
Interesting. So Mateta is definitely going then.
Yeah, that's
Jean,
what
Adeel, I was thinking about this yesterday. We have to say his name properly. Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta.
But you know what? What
Bro.
they've done? Crystal Palace have actually their own
Bro.
transfer record.
Bro. You have to say his name properly.
Who's Jorgen?
No, the other guy. Now you just sound Pakhtun, bro.
Sterling is in talks with.
Yeah. Apparently,
He isn't. I heard his move to Arsenal was almost.
that's what I heard. That move makes sense to me because only Arsenal can sign a player like Sterling.
He is in talks with 7 Champions League clubs.
Like Bodo.
Apparently,
Bodo.
this is a gossip.
Yeah.
By the way.
I think Galatasaray.
No, even if he is, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, I don't either.
And oh, by the way,
He's
left,
Raheem
he's
Sterling,
left
bro.
Chelsea. He's not a Chelsea player anymore.
Yeah, he is
anymore.
mutual termination.
He's left it by yeah. And Tottenham are considering buying him.
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham probably, I would say.
Burnley, along with Serie A sides, Juventus and Napoli are also interested.
I mean,
Napoli is not in Chelsea.
I think Juventus will not sign him because they'd much rather go for Chiesa. They want to get Chiesa. They want a winger basically, and they're looking to bring back Chiesa, but they were looking to free up funds. If they can't afford Chiesa, how do you think they're gonna afford Raheem Sterling?
True. Oh, by the way, Emery is on the list of
Wow,
Real Madrid. Is one of the managers Real Madrid wants to look at.
Deservedly. Where is he from?
But I don't know. If
Where is Unai Emery from?
He's from Spain.
No, but like, where in Spain is he from? Wow, that
What the hell
place.
do you mean where in Spain?
So, Unai Emery, his childhood club is actually Real Union in Irun. Is that like Spanish for Iran? It's near the Basque country.
That's what I was.
Of course, makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
his name is gave me a Basquish, but I didn't want to. I want to say it wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah. Good luck to him. He's done wonders
He
at
has.
Aston Villa, and
I mean, he
but
to be
I
honest,
hope
I think he
you
did
know,
wonders everywhere he went, including Arsenal. I don't know what Arsenal fans expected at the time that he was there, but I think at the time he did them justice for the period.
bro. I think for his sake, I hope he doesn't go to Real Madrid.
It's going to tarnish his legacy, you think?
No, not tarnish his leg. Just look at what happened. Xabi Alonso.
But his stock doesn't fall. His stock doesn't fall. Like Xabi.
Yeah, I know, but then why to go through all that hassle when he's building something good where you
Well,
are
it's
right
the same
now
thing.
and have the chance to become the Brian Clough of
No,
Villa.
I get that. But it's the same. It's that same debate about why did Trent go to Madrid? Why would
There's a difference between a player moving to Real Madrid and a manager moving to Real Madrid.
Madrid's didn't you tell me that managers have longer careers?
That's what I'm saying. Managers have longer careers and players have shorter careers. When you have shorter career, you would try to get the bigger move as soon as possible. Managers can.
Fair enough.
What's his name? Unai Emery doesn't go now. It's not like he's that in 4 years he cannot manage anymore. Yeah, he can look at it later. But when he has something nice.
Fair enough.
With Aston.
Makes
Hopefully
sense.
they get past their financial this thing. Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
I don't need to go.
I like it a lot.
Okay. Good. Glad.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. I think we got through quite a few things today. That's my signal for we gotta end. Yeah. I know, yeah. We'll do it again.
And
leave them wanting more.
Leave them chill. Say
yeah.
Let's
certainly.
We talked about certain varied. I think we've already talked about our predictions for.
Yes, we did.
I think from next
week
we should.
That was an unintentionally intentional audio podcast that we did. If you guys want us to do that again, we can definitely do that.
What?
An audio only podcast?
No, I didn't go. Not an audio one. What I'm saying is, if you want to do the predictions again.
What, like for the weekend? Sahwalillah.
Because that was audio, right? So I don't know how many of them have
audio
actually heard it.
Did we? Yeah, we did. I think all 38 of them heard it. I think all 38 of them heard it.
Yeah, okay. So let's just leave it at that, and good luck.
Yeah, it's going to be a few big games. We're playing Newcastle.
Oh, Newcastle, that's.
And who are you guys playing? You guys are playing Leeds. Leeds away. No. Arsenal is playing Leeds away. That should be a good game.
We're at home to Fulham.
You're at home to Fulham. Yeah. Actually, some really good games here this weekend. Some really good games.
Yeah.
And Tottenham City. Yeah, that should be a good game. That's always a popcorn game, bro.
So some nice game.
Sunderland and Burnley, bro. Yeah, you know what I was thinking actually earlier today, and I tweeted about this as well, is imagine if Tony Pulis Stoke was playing this season. Where do you think it would finish?
Bro, I think the league is ready.
I think he's the barometer of success for any given league season.
Bro, the game has gone so non-physical that I don't think these guys can take that team, to be honest with you.
Do you think it's gone non-physical?
Because of the physicality.
I think well, I mean, I think this season is definitely more physical than it was last season.
They the refs gives foul for every small thing, bro. The amount of stop in games just ruining the game.
Yeah.
It's a contact sport. You know, they're gonna. I think some leeway needs to be given. What I find. I won't say.
Okay, you know what? Let's do this. I think this requires like a proper deep dive. So you know what? On our next episode, we'll discuss.
Not next.
Why?
The midweek one, because the next one we'll have talk about the.
That's actually probably we'll have a lot of talking points.
Yeah, but in the midweek one we could include this and.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Tony Pulis.
Tony Pulis, the guy who redefined. I mean, how many Stoke managers can you name apart from Tony Pulis?
I mean, how many mid to lower table managers?
Yes, that guy, he doesn't get enough accolades.
He does not.
With Stoke.
Yeah.
Right. On that, gonna end.
Yes.
Have a good one, bro. And
you too, brother. I will see you soon.
Cheers. Take care.